in terms of whether this is a fit overall, I don't think so. If you're Atletico Madrid, you just got rid of an aging goal-scoring superstar, former superstar in Luis Suarez. And while Luis Suarez is not at the same level of Cristiano Ronaldo, you're going back the same path. Maybe you squeeze 1 year out of Cristiano and that's about it. But do you, as an organization, decide to make all the moves that you need to make in order to make room for this guy? And oh, by the way, we talk about teams that do not match up tactically. Well, what about Diego Simeone and demanding Cristiano Ronaldo to defend in his own half? Is that going to happen? No, I don't see it happen. I don't think so. I don't think this is a match.
What about you, Robbo?
Absolutely. You know, just what they were saying. When they play against the very best teams, both in Spain and in Europe, they drop into their own third and they then try and have 2 or 3 passes to try and get themselves enough time to get into a higher area of the pitch. Ronaldo doesn't want to come back and do what lots of the centre-forwards have had to do for Atletico Madrid, and he's now got to make all the way up the field. He wants to play for a team that are on top of the game, dominant, crosses coming into the box, balls played to him in and around the box so he can get turned and get shots away. Atletico Madrid's not that sort of team. They might be against the weaker Spanish sides, La Liga sides, but not in the big games.
How wild is it, though, Robbo, that we're talking about one of the best players in world football, maybe in world football history as well, definitely up there, and there seems to be no takers for him?
Because there's certainly only there's only one way he can really play at the moment, you know, with a team that are dominant, that get crosses into the box, because he's changed his style of play. He's not the player that used to run with the ball and go past people and score goals himself. He needs other players to provide the ammunition. He needs balls played into his feet in and around the box. He needs crosses coming into the box because he is still very good in the air. So there's not that many sides that are going to take a player that can just do that.
But to his credit, to Cristiano Ronaldo's credit, he has recognized that he's a different player now.
Absolutely.
So over the last couple of seasons, he said, you know what? The step-overs out on the sidelines, that's not working for me anymore. Where can I be effective? Well, it's inside the 18-yard box. And he has shown to be the guy that can provide that final touch with consistency. But then, in order to build a team around a guy, you can't do it for 1 season. You can't do it for a year and a half. You have to be able to do it and plan for 5 years, a decade. If indeed you're making the choice of building a team around one guy, you're changing everything, the structure of a whole group for one guy, for 1 year. That is a lot to ask and a very expensive project at that.
Go on, Gab.
I was going to say, I brought it up in the show, I wrote a column about it. There is a team where I think he could fit with a manager who he adores, who he's worked with before.
Who you adore as well.
Who I also have a simpatico for. You know, a team that's very successful, that plays in the Champions League, a team he knows well, where he spent a long time. Would it be a perfect fit? No. But I don't think there is a perfect fit at this stage of his career. But I'm talking about Real Madrid, of course. And you could imagine, despite what's happened before and last summer, saying the chapter was closed, you could perhaps imagine a situation with Benzema a year older, a World Cup coming up, maybe some situation where he maybe plays some games leading up to the World Cup. Obviously, Real Madrid didn't get Mbappe. I think financially, for 1 year or 2 years, I don't think it really would be an issue for Real Madrid to meet his wage demands. I think he would be okay with perhaps sharing time as the World Cup approaches. Post-World Cup, who knows? If France go all the way, Benzema might come back tired. Maybe there's a situation there. Benzema, I think, is the kind of center forward who's, you know, a 9 and a 10 at the same time, who's so smart in the way he moves. He could do a lot of the hard work for Cristiano, could set Cristiano up. Maybe that, to me, when I go around Europe and I apply the process of elimination, that's really the only place that would make sense, unless he decides to say, oh, maybe make an emotional decision, let me go back to Sporting Lisbon, which he incidentally already appears to have ruled out, or does something like that. But otherwise, I don't see too many other potential options. And even then, it's all down to Florentino there.
I have to say, hold on a second. 1 second. when it comes to Karim Benzema and him once again opening the space for Cristiano and said, I'll do all the work for you, Cristiano. No. Karim Benzema has walked away from that. He's moved on to an entirely different level in his career and in the profile of a player that he has become. He did the work for Ronaldo for a very long time. He's not going back in time to say, I'm going to do the work for you, Cristiano, so you go score the goals. No. And if Karim, if you're thinking about it, no.
I feel as though Gab is trying to start the Ronaldo back to Real Madrid.
Well, I knew he was going to say that because he spoke to me about it.
And he said it on the show the other day. Yeah.
The only thing I'd say is that if Vinicius Junior and Benzema got a great understanding with Vinicius Junior playing on the left-hand side, would you want to swap that? Would you want to then have three players that don't come back and defend? Because Vinicius Junior doesn't come back and defend. He stays up the field so they can counter-attack. Benzema will come back to get the ball, but he doesn't come back and actually defend. He'll try and nick balls off midfield players. And then you've got Ronaldo that won't want to come back. I don't think that fits Real Madrid. If Benzema's not playing, that's OK, but Benzema has to be the key player week in, week out.
OK, so we're ruling out Ronaldo to Real Madrid here, Gab. What about Chelsea?
You know what? You could rule it out. I'm not done ruling him out. Look at the number of assists Benzema had last season. I think there has to be some give and take, and the give and take can be from Cristiano possibly saying, look, there's a World Cup coming up. I want to bide my time a little bit. You can't demand...
Hang on, Gab. Ronaldo, give or take. When has Ronaldo ever given some and taken some? He'll do what he wants to do. He's done it at Juventus. He's done it at Manchester United. He's not going to suddenly say, I fit into a system here. He does what he wants to.
I think both Ronaldo and Benzema want to win. Benzema has shown how unselfish he is. Listen, if you can come up with a better solution. I know, okay, you just asked me about Chelsea. Never say never, because we have now an acting sporting director at Chelsea who I don't think has ever fulfilled that role before, and he's kind of learning on the job. And he also happens to be the owner, right? Todd Bowley, or one of the owners. I would find this very, very difficult. I don't see how, we talked about managers who are all about the system, and they're system managers, and they want tactical discipline, and they like to press, and they like players who follow their instructions at all times. And Cristiano Ronaldo just simply doesn't fit that at this stage. Could you plunk him up front, and would he score 25 goals? Yes. Would he necessarily make Chelsea better to the degree that they would justify the expense? I'm not so sure. I think Chelsea are going in another direction. Now, in the end, of course, Bowley's the boss. He says, my money or my ownership group's money. Sure, let's make this happen. But I'd be very, very surprised if Tuchel signed off on this.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.